Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mnk'S stands defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mnk'S, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Yo In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying dark entombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Is a creative expression and tribute. Mazinamti Kanu's situation is complex, and the song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom. This is Maazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please endeavor to welcome others. It's very important. We are live at our various platform. We are live on Facebook on Maazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. This is our page. We are live there. If you are listening to the sound of our voice, please, it's very important to share the program and welcome others. We are live at Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu on Facebook also. If you are listening to the sound of our voice, please endeavor to click the like button. It's very important. We share the program on Ikechukwu Ezumezu on Facebook also. If you are listening to the sound of our voice from there, please hit the like button and share the program and invite your loved ones. It's very important. We're also live on S handle. Benjamin Chukwu Ezumezu on S handle. We are live there. If you are listening to the sound of our voice, please hit the like button and share the program. It's very, very important. And we're also live on TikTok. On TikTok. We are live on TikTok. So If you are listening the sound of my voice on TikTok, it's very important you share the program and invite the loved ones. Tell them that Mazi Ezumezu is here. Tell them that Mazi Otimbodombo nwoke onye eziokwu is here. So thank you, my people. You know, as I welcome you once again, please endeavor to welcome others. And we're also live on our YouTube. I'm sorry, on our YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. I think we are 683 people right now on the YouTube. 17 people will make it 700. It's very important. Share the link on the YouTube. Invite your friends, your well-wishers, friends of Biafra to subscribe on the YouTube. It's very, very important on our YouTube. We are 683 people on YouTube. You see, we are growing gradually. It's very important. Remember, this YouTube, 3 people we started with. 3 people. So you are in the one with Ezoku Chineke. Ezoku Chineke. Like I said before, Maazị Ezumezu Nwa Ekwensu, I am not a broadcaster because I don't know how to say it to be nice to your ear. Amara m ka a si ekwu ya ka ọ tọọ ụtọ. Amara m ekwu, amara m asụ, ma Igbo nwa, ma English nwa, no. But you know what? Onyendu say that there are those that are called when they are in the mother's womb. No, when that oku ga nọ n'afọ nne. I believe more Maazị Ezumezu are one of them. So I was forced to come out to start talking. I was forced to come out. And today, our fight is yielding the results. I thank all IPOB members, family members that are still under the leadership of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, that are still obeying IPOB code of conduct. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you guys and protect you guys. I also thank those that have fall by the low side. You know, may Chukwu Okike Abiama also bless you guys. But anyị nwa n'ebe a, ebe anyị na-agwụ n'ebe a wee eziokwu Chineke, and we have no apology to that. Onye ọ na-ewe iwo, ọ na-eje pịa isi na kolota, o wekele ego, ide kise transformer. Ọ Maazị Ezumezu Nwa Ekwensu. Nwanne anyị kwuche nke anyị kwuru ekwu na-ajụ oyi, anyị na-ekwu ọzọ uche eziokwu Chineke. Onye anyị gbu, anyị si obi ọkụ. This is it. So So we're going to talk about our leader court case yesterday, and also talk about the so-called Southeast politicians that are refusing to talk about Maazị Nnamdi Kanu case. They are now speaking up, and that is a good omen. It's a welcome development. And we also talk about how Buhari, when he was alive, how they pushed him to enter in politics, which is fact and figure, because of the state of Wala State, that the Yorubas are taking it back, and Buhari was introduced into Nigeria politics. We bring the fact for you guys. Ezoku Chineke. This is why my program is different, because now I'm going to tell you again the evidence. That is it. And I told you guys that my program, Maazị Ezumezu Nwa Ekwensu program, is not for you guys. It's not for people of today. All maka our future, our unborn children. A day will come. A year will come. As you know, ka na nke Maazị Ezumezu Nwa Ekwensu, anything if we there, take it to bank is the fact. So anyị kelele unu nwanne. Asị na ọ ya dịrị anyị na mma mgbọsị eke, mgbọsị onye, mgbọsị afọ, mgbọsị nkwọ, afịa na Igbo na-azụ, ọ ya dịrị anyị na mma. On this platform ka anyị na-ekwu nke bụ eziokwu. That's why we don't put our phone number. That is why when you come in, I say ime gịnị, gbapee your camera. So ị na-ekwu, anyị na-amara gị maka echi ejide gị aka sị nwoke ọgwụ bụ nke anụnwa. Now, this is so important. So yesterday was Onyendu court case in Federal High Court Abuja. But before we say something, let's go to Biafra radio. Then it's very important. Those of you who have not subscribed on Biafra radio, Go on Facebook, follow Biafra Radio. All the important, because there you will get all the facts. All the facts. Eziokwu Chineke. Ilu dị a eme gịnị? Ihe ọbụla efu dị a wee eziokwu from Onyendu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. No? So it's really important. If you are not subscribed on Biafra Radio, go and subscribe. And the original page, you will see the followers is 9.5 thousand people. Follow 3 people. Oh, another one quite go up to 14,000, But you can also follow that one too. So let's listen to our wise counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. IPOB wise counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. Let's listen to the updates after the court session yesterday. Because it's very important we play it, no? And for those of you that have come across it, yeah, but we need to play it on this program because Makechi, all is very important for record purposing, That is why we are doing what we are doing.
Or the Federal High Court in Abuja. Hearing today, the hearing has just been concluded. As your original, my name is Aloy Ejimako. I'm addressing you from the steps of the Federal High Court in Abuja. We do have an embargo on addressing the press, but not on giving an update. So I'm here to give an update within the framework and within the restrictions placed by the court in addressing the press. With me here are some of our brothers from the United States who came into Abuja 2 days ago to observe these proceedings and show or demonstrate their solidarity with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and Ndị Bayi. On my left here is Dr. Sylvester Onyendu. He's the president of the Association of American Veterans of Ipob in America. Beside him and behind me is Dr. Superme, the secretary of AVI for short. And on my left, is a ranking member of the military veterans of the Assembly. They have shown support. Their presence in Abuja underscores the support they have shown to Onyendu since the rendition in 2021. And the support has been very consistent and really very significant and highly helpful. With me here as well, on my right, far right, is Honorable Obi Nigeria, the former member of the State Council Assembly, whose presence and support around us has also been very significant. And to my left is on Justice Ipob. Yes, he's a very good friend of ours and a good friend of Onyendu. As a matter of fact, he's going to be meeting with Onyendu later today.
And of United Brothers Council.
Yes. A ranking Igbo man who is very patriotic to the core. And we have everyone, our friend from Igbo.
For Warri,
Warri, sounds very good. And of course, we have Ipob. We have all our brothers here that I can't mention, and my sisters. Please, what happened is this. Today, we made a no-case submission. The meaning of no-case submission is that the trial or the case or witnesses or evidence presented by the prosecution prior commenced in March this year did not rise to the level of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu stepping into the dock to enter his defense. We did that in writing, and we also supported it with a verbal presentation today. And the government made a counter presentation as well. Today, unfortunately, happened to be the last day of the sitting of the judge in this case before he crosses on vacation for 2 months. So the case has been set down for ruling on the no case submission for October 10th. People, Mazen Nnamdi will stand discharged or acquitted. If it doesn't mean he has been convicted, but he will be called upon to enter his own defense. And that is when you are going to see the defense we are going to enter, if at all necessary. We have not entered our defense since the beginning of this case because the procedure has not come to that point. And we pray and hope that it will never do. That on the 10th, the matter will be over. But if perchance it doesn't, we are ready to proceed. Only for upon to do so. Thank you very much.
So before we continue, let's welcome the regional coordinator from America, Mazi Chiezoku. Mazi Chie, you're welcome to the program, sir. Ndewo, sir. Ndewo, sir. Now, before we can able to, add something for what the Wise Council said, let's also listen to the barrister Maxwell. Barrister Maxwell. Let's listen to Barrister Maxwell. So we have to go to his page. Barrister Maxwell, what he said because a lot of people are calling him, asking him the meaning of the no case submission. So let's listen to him before we can go further. It's very important.
Today, being 18th day of July 2025. Good afternoon, and good evening, and good morning, depending where you're hearing me from. It's no longer news that today, being 18th day of July 2025, is the day the matter for Mazi Nnamdi came up for adoption of no case submission. So, and the no case submission has been adopted by the Nnamdi legal team and the prosecution team, and the court adjourned till 10th day of October for ruling on no case submission. I have received several calls where people are asking me the meaning of the no case submission. I think that's the essence of making this call in video, to explain to you what no case submission is all about. No case submission is a process by which, as soon as the defendant, the prosecution closes his case, and the defendant felt that, based on the evidence presented before the court by the prosecution, he was unable to establish prima facie case against the defendant. In this case, we are saying, based on evidence presented by prosecution against Mazi Nnamdi, they were unable to establish the case of terrorism, treasonable felony, the charge against Mazi Nnamdi, and there is no basis for us going into defense. This is the record of the proceedings of the entire matter. This is the record of proceedings of the entire matter, of the whole the prosecution. This is what happened. So we have gone through it and see that there's no case for Nnamdi Kanu to answer. So we decided to file our no case submission. So no, that no case submission, if court, as we believe that court is going to rule, if court now rule that the prosecution has not established any prima facie case against Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu will be discharged from the charges, and that ends the matter. But if court rule otherwise, which we believe that court will not rule, if court rule otherwise, saying that prosecution has established a case that Nnamdi Kanu must enter defense, then we'll not take it off from there. We'll now check whether we're going to enter defense or we're going to appeal against it, or whichever one. So that when we get to the bridge, we cross it. So that is what no case submission is all about. I'll continue to update you as we progress. Thanks and God bless you.
So we appreciate MK legal team for all their efforts and their fight. They never give up. We thank Barrister Maxwell. We also appreciate Barrister Nnamdi Ejiofor, Mandela, Ifeanyi, so many of them, and the sons. We appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful. No, like I always said, I didn't make a time without number. Ndị ji our leader. Ndị ji our leader with these oil companies in our land. Oil companies na wonder when ndị ji our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Take it or leave it. Remember that before now, this judge has not acceleration or collago, can this case making end there so fast. Remember you this judge, they could not can this matter end there not so fast. This is what this judge always, you want to why. Now, are you going to tell me that the judge, I'm not that now, being 18, yeah, with the last day, Nanyawa, that his vacation start on 19, in a check of normal, he knows. But guess what? They are buying time. As a matter of fact, a lot of discussion is going on between them and our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ewute nke wute Onyendu na-asị Onyendu si na iwe ọchọ. Either the Biafra flag lays up or him lowers 6 feet on ground. So a lot of, will I say, offer. They have given Onyendu offer. They say that Onyendu rejected. Are you not surprised? Are you not amazed? It's honest when Nigeria government say that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu threatened to break up Nigeria Israel. That is not a main threat. Una friend na paper. Go to paper, would you na paper now? That Onyendu who that they want to break up Nigeria. No delay. No is there. But remember, this was a man, Jonathan Chinedu Chineke Yakpoko, told you guys that he will compromise, that he will remain there, that if he come out, that means he have compromised. Nigeria's government, the Nigerian government say it. That Maazị Nnamdi Kanu saying that he will break up Nigeria or play a main threat, no fact. But Jonathan Chinedu, no on Radio Biafra, na go say assembly na-ekwu onye Chineke ya ejide ya kpọọ ya ọkụ wee wasa. Let's say the propaganda on our leader, blackmail on our leader, lies on our leader head. In fact, let me play. I need to play it. Because if you require me to play it 100 times, I'll play it 100 times. That is very important. That is against the reason of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. What you guys will listen? Okay, listen.
Crude oil. Do you know how many trillions of dollars that are pumped into America? I'm talking of America alone. I never talk about UK. What of Italy? All these places, do you know how many trillions of dollars each year? All this is when we have the new liberation, they feel that they are going to miss all these things. Do you think that they will just keep quiet and say, oh yeah, take your liberation like that? It's going to be bloody. You're ready for this, oh. Because we love life, even if it means living under slavery. Average Igbo man love for life. I am telling you, I love for life. That's why, privately, personally, I am against this desperation for our leader coming out. I am against it. Showing Nigeria that I against this desperation for our leader coming out. I am against it. Showing why, privately, personally, I am against this desperation for our leader coming out. I am against it.
Unanole, that is why I am against, personally, desperately, our leader coming out. That he is against it. Not against it. But remember, these are the same people that told you guys that his family betrayed him, that his family don't want him to be out. These are the same people that are telling you that his family don't want him to be out, that his family sold him. Let's continue listening to him.
Showing Nigeria that I the desperate. Yeah, no, dear. Hey, all the desperate to come out. Yeah, weakness. Yeah, they show weakness. I know here. And they show her weakness. Oh, ultra at all costs. Which means Biafra could be sold for him to come out. It's part of the negotiation. Which means Biafra could be sold for him to come out. It's part of the negotiation. Oh, ultra at all costs. Which means Biafra could be sold for him to come out. It's part of the negotiation. Do you see? Oh, ultra at all costs. Which means Biafra could be sold for him to come out. It's part of the negotiation. Do you see the mess we are in? I know in a big.
Unanole? Not the desperate to come out, which means Biafra should be sold. This is what John Chinedu is telling the whole world on our old radio Biafra, where we worship. But did the same man he was failing. He was trying to blackmail. Did the same man on a wound about lying against him. Nigeria government is telling you guys, this guy saying to break up Nigeria. Now, pull a main threat, that not a serious issue, no middle to break up Nigeria. Mazin Nan can have been there 4 years. Do you guys think that we will find a new Onyendu Mazin Nan can? Or do you guys think that no Onyendu Chole put that tomorrow morning on man put that? I won't check. Ọmụ Maazị Ezumezu nwa ekwensu. Ibe nna bụ n'ebe a wee eziokwu Chineke. Yeah, sorry for that. Sorry for that interruption. So, like what I'm saying before, we start talking about the leadership, their propaganda against our leader, their lies against our leader. Remember, oh, there's a program I did the other time. Somebody now asked me, Kedi, what did Aloy Jamako have achieved in this struggle? You see, at first, the I want to care. You will thank God that Aloy Jamako bring media to our leader Mazin Nandekano. It was that the same media Aloy Jamako, the wise council, brought to our leader Mazin Nandekano that make Isaiah Opo, not a Finland, not island. Do you see that now? No matter no Onyendu ka kwụ like this. No matter no Onyendu ka bụ agụ. If not the media, will Isaiah Yoruba Okpo know that Onyendu see who he is? All to that our media ka ama na Onyendu ma gịnị ka bụkwa iwe ọ bụ. But before then, they have bringing this narrative that Onyendu cannot be able to control this movement anymore. So let's go this issue for another day. Let's go to this judge. So the judge said that not this liar move was so fast. So are you telling me that this judge, I'm that now, tomorrow he will be on vacation? He knows because he have his timetable. That's why I told you guys that Ndi Mazin Nande Kano, our leader, with these oil companies in our land. They are the one that hold Mazin Nande Kano. And there's a lot of negotiation. And Onyendu say, no, Onyendu kwụrụ ebe ọkwụ. Onyendu kwụrụ ebe ọkwụ. I want you guys to ask yourself, why did Devil Mayo make that statement he made? Remember Devil Mayo, there was a program in 2014. They were asking him about Mazin Nandi Kano case. He said he don't want to talk about it. But today, Devil Mayo is saying that the federal government is willing to negotiate the release of Mazin Nandi Kano. But they should not use it against President Tinubu to hold him to ransom for his political career. Why did he make that statement? Why? I don't know why. Why did Ngige make the statement to make again? So listen, it's very important that now everybody, onye ọbụla kpọrọ onwe Igbo, ya kwụrụ Maazị Nnankano n'azụ before the rest of the other people will follow. Ikpọ onwe gị onye Igbo, if Maazị Nnankano, we will protect him. We shall protect him with every strength in us. I protect him with every strength in us. There is a program I come across and I requested on TikTok. This guy is anti P2B. He's also anti Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. They call himself, I think, a minister of Nigeria, whatever, When he was talking, blackmailing IPOB, blackmailing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, I requested, and he brought me up. And I said to him that I'm not here for you to believe what I'm trying to say or what. But I'm here to tell you the gospel truth. That I am IPOB member under the leadership of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And I turn on my camera. Say, look at me. And say, I want you to turn your camera so that can have kids on TikTok. I said to him, all this you are saying is pure lie, pure blackmail. Because he was at a point telling that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu say born Lagos, born this on instance protest. He said, okay, yes. He made that statement. He said, before he made that statement, what happened in Tollgate? Do you know what he said? He said, no. He said, you have made that statement before the toll gate issue. He said, you're a liar. You're a liar. Onyendu Mnk'S started making that statement when what happened in toll gate started happening, when federal government started to buy their own citizen, even with people with Nigeria flag. He's there. And I said to him again, did Lagos State panel indict IPOB or Mnk'S Nankano? He said, this is Mnk'S Ezumezu. There are so many there. Now say, okay, because I said to him that Mnk'S Nankano is my savior. All of them were shocked. They said, can you imagine? I said, Mnk'S Nankano is my savior, is my Lord and personal savior. Onye Igbo ka m bụ. Nke m mmepụta my own ruo echi. Mnk'S Nankano bụ onye nke anyị ka ọ bụ. Ọ bụrụ na a Fulani man can tell us that now, ọfụ onye bịara ka ọkpa mmadụ n'ọnụ, for where he will protect him. Or was there a man who is righteous, a man that have not committed anything? Against. If I have for you that annual in Israel again, we have a program for him. We have a program for him. We have a program for him. So I told him that Mnk'S Nankano is my own personal Lord and Savior. All of them were shouting. And I turned my camera on. He said, turn your camera. Turn it on. That tells you, Ipob, I didn't even okay. I know now for yoku to stand by our people, to fight for our people. Although everybody among our leader Mnk'S Nankano, but if more Mnk'S Ezumezu Nwekwensu, one night Onye Igbo. If Onye Igbo, one them may protect echi. This is the fact. And only Igbo when card on ma, I agwen even mad on ma. This is the fact. Just like what happened in Ghana. You see what happened in Ghana? You see, we condemn it. What happened in Ghana, we condemn it about that Igbo man. And there's a video, is it? No, there's a write-up I come across that even that video was 2013. I have not verified it because they want them time. But even if not put out 2013, no recent video, we have condemned it. I condemn really totally that now. Whatever that man said here, we're not in support. That's why you will Igbo. But if Ghanaians want to take it as an advantage to start doing what South Africa are doing, bet means Ghana, you must go back to that 80s. You guys will go back to that 80s. You see, Igbos, nobody fight with us and go free. You will have punishment from Chukwukika Abiyama. Look at what is happening to Nigeria today. Look at what is happening to Nigeria. Do you know why? Because we condemn our own when our own go wrong. We don't support evil. We condemn our own. Look at what is happening in South Africa. Alpha. Because we love people. Because anywhere we decide, we take it as a home. We help people. We develop that place. The same thing we are doing in our homeland. So if you guys tend to implement what South Africa is doing, believe me, before Chukwukika Abiyama, you guys will regret it. And you guys will go back. You know, I hope you guys remember Ghana must go. Which people started it? It's not Yorubas that are with you people now against us. Even in Igbo land today, a lot of Ghanaians is still there. As a matter of fact, the first block, it was a Ghanaian man. I left my own brother, I give it to a Ghanaian man. This is how we love people. Remember, no country will tell me that they don't have one or two in their country. No country is perfect. No people is 100% perfect. You must have the good one, the bad one, the ugly, So we're saying to Ghanaian, if you like, start implement. If you want to implement what's happening in South Africa, bring it up, no problem. But you see Igbos, we are Ndibo, we are Ndibo. We don't forget or we forgive, but we love people. But we love people. This is amazing for Ghana. You cannot say you want to start buying us. Those people that do it, what happened? Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Look at what is happening in Middle Belt. Well, what is happening? In as much we are still condemning it, but look at it, it's because of the atrocity against us, Igbos. It will be a program for another day. So the judge cannot tell us that he don't know. He forgot his timetable. He knows, but guess what? They are buying time. They are buying time. They are buying time. Buying time for what? Because a lot of negotiation is going on with our leader Mazin Nandekan. And Onyendu still maintain what he said. And Onyendu still maintain what he said. Let my people go. Onyendu Nagwaba. Let my people go. Give us a referendum. Date of referendum. Let's decide. They decide. There's a clip I want to play, a video I want to play. Let me see if that video is ready. Let's listen to that video. Let's listen. Before we go to Ngige. Let's listen.
Okay, then, our next story. The travails of the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB.
TikTok listing. This is what I want to use as education, because I'm still live on TikTok because it will not be hard. You guys will give me this decision, and if you give me the decision this time around, I'm going to pull out in this network and join another stream yard. No, TikTok listing. I am not looking for your money. I am here to educate my people. I am fighting for freedom of my people. TikTok. So we must bring the truth, the evidence. This is fact. So let's continue.
IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, are by no means unsolvable. As far as the Minister of Works and proud son of the Southeast Zone is concerned, Senator David Umahi, Kanu's release should never be a prerequisite for the region backing President Bola Tinubu's administration. Senator Umahi confirmed that the #1 citizen is a listening leader and that Kanu's release would eventually come through divine grace.
Well,
underline that.
Yeah. For me, I think Kanu has been in detention, the second detention. The first one when he left the country in 2017, then he was arrested in Kenya or abducted in Kenya and then brought back to Nigeria. That was 2021 in June. So we are talking about 4 years now. And so I think that for me, the issues being raised by Ipob are important issues.
Okay.
It is the method that many of us disagree with. The issue of self-determination of a people is guaranteed by international law, by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. But that method...
Dear friends, you see, this TVC News, remember, they are one of the media, the news outlet that always attack Onyendu Mazin Nandekan. But this TVC News, owned by Tinubu, anything about Mazin Nandekan, they attack it. But guess what? Egu change we go. Egu na megini. Egu change we go. The truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. Do you know why? Because Onyendu remains stable. Consistency is the key. You know, only know what he's fighting for. Today, let's continue listening to them.
Thought that you need to use. The United Nations does not recognize violence or hate speeches and all that.
Yeah.
So, and I think the reality is that if we don't want to deceive ourselves, Kanu is very popular in the East, among some 20 to 30 million people in the Southeast. And the Igbos are a major stakeholder in this country. Yeah. You can't throw them away. We'll be deceiving ourselves. So if somebody is very popular, if you go to Southeast, I think in popularity, I don't think any governor can compare with him. I may not like them. You may not like them, but that's the reality. So we need to have a way to listen to their voices. And I think part of the resolution is to look for a political resolution, not just legal. So we need to look for a way to dialogue with them. Say, look, what are the issues? What can we do? Can we enter some kind of negotiation? And I think that is not out of democratic principle. I think, in fact, is a way to enrich democratic discourse. Personally, I don't agree with a lot of methods adopted by Ipob. I look at the Ipob map. Some parts of Ondo State is there. The whole of Edo State. Some part of Delta,
Benue.
Kwara, Benue. What kind of, what are you trying to...
What map
What
is it?
message are you planning?
Oga, let me collect you here before we continue. Let me collect you here. Because this is Mnk'S Mezunwe. No? You say the map of Biafra. Mnk'S said, when he was asked, where are the boundaries of Biafra? Onyendu said that any place you see women tying two pieces of wrapper, they are Biafrans. That's what Mnk'S said. Onyendu said, any place you see women tying two pieces of wrapper, they are Biafrans. And he said with fact and figure. And in those places, go and confirm how many market days they have. 4. Eke Oye Afo Nkwo. Those places, go and ask how many market days did they have? 4 market days. This is what they cannot dispute. And Onyendu say in Benue State, he said it's not all Benue State. Part of Benue State, the people that are in band between Enugu and Nsoko, all those places, they are Biafrans. Go there. In Kogi State, we have our people there. They are Biafrans. So what are you talking? Why can't you make a decide before you start talking? You see, we shall use our little space. All those lies, we will debunk it. Today, you guys are talking about the good things about Mazi Nankano gradually. Let's continue.
Message are you sending to us?
Meanwhile, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Delta had said, if you are beating that drum, don't come this way.
Don't come this way. And as I'm telling you, part of Ondo State, the whole entire land of Ishekiri land, without discuss. So the same thing you are saying that you have been oppressed in Nigeria, it is the same thing you want to implement.
Mazi Nankan did not mention Ondo State for your information. So stop lying, sir. Stop lying. Stop lying. And when you talk about Cross River, Akwa Ibom, where is Philip Effiong from? The second commander in Biafra War, where is he from? Do you see how you guys are deceiving yourself? But let's continue.
Implementing Biafra. So that's why there are a lot of disenchantment. But that should not take us from the principle of law, of international, the right to self-determination. So I think it is good for the government to enter into negotiation because Ipob has become a force to be reckoned with in the country. And if we can be talking about, we can't wish it away. And it's very popular in the region. You may not support them, I may not support them, but the reality is that Ipob is a phenomenon in the South. So I think it's good for government to enter into negotiation and to see where it can be released.
Doctor, just yesterday, my wife and I went to Badagry. You know, from the Iba area to Badagry, I was told by the man who drove us, himself is a son of the Southeast region. The area is predominated by Ndigbo, you know. So
Confirmed.
So what are we talking? You want a breakaway region? Would those people agree to go back?
You would have been reading for years now where they are encouraging people to return home to the Southeast. How many people will, I mean, listen to that kind of
Gospel.
order, return home, when they are firmly entrenched here, doing businesses and doing well? The point is, Kanu has made his own position known. He wants a Biafra Republic. What he has done to achieve it has broken the law.
Okay.
Now,
That's a snag.
That's the snag. Now we have seen that some criminal elements have now taken advantage of that gap to oppress the people, killing, maiming, especially with this Monday sit at home. And from time, you recollect Citizen Jones, I've been an apostle of political settlement of this matter. I'm not sure that if Kanu is released now, those criminal elements who have been benefiting from his incarceration and position on Biafra Republic will stop.
But he himself,
We are there now.
But he himself had promised. Wale will.
That's
remember.
a promise.
He had promised that if you release me now,
But
before noon, every.
But that's a promise, because you also recollect that Ipob has issued several statements saying we are not behind this Monday sit at home, we are not behind these killings, you people should stop it. There is a point you are going to get to where you are going to lose control of your followership if you are not careful. And that's where we are now. But whichever way it is, the best way out is still a political negotiation. And people are beginning to mention certain things.
Which is the position of the Minister of Works?
Yes, which is the position. And the Southeast, for instance, has been complaining about marginalization in terms of number of seats in the region. I don't know why we have refused to listen to that. Yes, I agree. Some states in that area, they are
Yeah, Mazi Dakus, the regional coordinator in Scotland. You are welcome to the program, Mazi. Ndewo.
they are small. How do you divide it? How do you do all of this? It's there. But even if it is just for the psychological effect it's going to have, they should listen. Some have also argued, we've never tested the presidency before. We know that election is by...
No. The late Zik was the first president.
No. In this era.
Okay.
In this era.
I'm talking old school.
Yes, you are old school.
Okay.
In this era, we've not gone
All right,
to
new
the
school,
presidency.
welcome.
So, but that one, you can also negotiate. You can't negotiate by force. Any negotiation must be by
Agreement?
agreement.
Mutual.
You can't just come and say, we must produce the president. We know that even if everybody in the Southeast votes for a particular candidate to be president, without the support of other parts of the country, you can make it.
No, the last election showed.
Exactly.
When Peter Obi
ran.
beat all comers, you know.
So we need to reach that point where they should know that these things are not negotiable in terms of relating with other people. We want this. In Lagos here, you will see some areas until the indigenes stood up. Those areas were being won by people of the Southeast origin, like you said, Festac, Iba, and all the rest, because they dominate that place. You can only win an election where you are seemingly popular. You can't even rig where you are not popular. So they have to come to this realization and begin to negotiate. What we should have taken up in the first instance before this got to this level would have been that negotiation. I think it was MC so who wanted to, yes, who wanted to bring up that, who brought up that issue. But at that time, Kanu was still having a field day, and it became something else.
Wale remembers that MCK Ajuluchuku, bless his soul,
Amen,
was late Awolowo's
was in UPN.
publicist.
They were friends. So it means we've always had this relationship, and we can always have it. So when people begin to say they can fight their way through by enforcing a sit at home on Monday, killing people, you are just disrupting the economy of the Southeast further. So let's come and negotiate. That's the best way out. Best way out.
So the debate continues, even as Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention. Well, Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, has said a political solution is the way out.
Yes, really.
We wait for what happens in the coming days. Okay then.
Now, let's listen to Ngige before we come back to these people. It's really important.
Do not carry it too far. The Nnamdi Kanu question is very dear to our people. That's why I met him and we fixed an appointment. He said, bring the leaders. I brought the leaders of Southeast. Late Chukwemeka Ezife, Mbazulika Mechi, Bishop Onoha, Godio Wazulika of Aki Kenga, he was the president, and myself. And we went and discussed. That was how these leaders were given access to Nnamdi Kanu. And I prodded him to release Nnamdi Kanu, but because it's a political solution that is needed there.
You think he failed in that regard?
Well, he didn't do it,
before he leaving office.
but he said that it was a difficult request because the matter is in the judiciary. But if the matter is in the judiciary, there's what the constitution have said. As president, you can go under prerogative of mercy and apply it. You can ask the Attorney General to do a nolle prosequi. Okay. These are things that are right. And now the Kenyan court has said that even the repatriation is illegal. So I'm calling on President Bola Tinubu to exercise his rights as per the Constitution and solve that matter. We are leaders in the Southeast. We can guarantee him. We can take Nnamdi Kanu on guarantorship so that he can be released, so that our people will now have peace. So that when anybody is doing ESN or doing Ipob of close down on Monday, close down on court day, we would then know that that person is a bandit. That what he's doing is banditry, terrorism, or even robbery.
If you were unable to convince President Buhari, who was your close friend,
Yes.
and with whom you worked for 8 years,
Yes.
how do you think you'd be able to convince
Bola Tinubu, president, is also my friend. We have come a long way. We've come a long way. From AC. In fact, from 2003, when I was governor. I had known him when he was a senator.
And you're still close till this moment?
Yeah, fans, let's welcome the deputy coordinator from America, Mazi Chris. Mazi Chris, you're welcome, sir. Ndewo, sir. You're welcome. Let's continue.
And you're still close till this moment?
I'm friend, but I'm not a part of the government, so I don't go to Villa.
Why is that so?
No, I'm doing other things.
Well,
I've
you
been
still
abroad.
have
I just
a
came
good
back.
relationship with him?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm advising him that this is where my former boss failed for reasons best known to him. You know, he's a soldier. So if this present president does that, it will have some good marks from the southeast.
So, Ntimakala you have heard what Chris Ngige said. Remember, these are APC. These are people that hardly speak for this of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu openly. Like as he said that he have went to see our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazin Nnamdi Kanu asked him to bring the Southeast leaders, and he brought them. And he was asked, why didn't your friend Buhari release him? And he said, well, he's a military man, that he's advising President Tinubu. This is why his position fair. This is why Buhari fair. He don't want him to fail, no? Release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Now, I'm asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do you want to go in the same way Muhammad Buhari went? So-called Buhari, let me say, put the so-called Buhari went. Do you want so? There is a program I did. I think that was last year. I called you, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you are writing your story. You are writing your story with a golden pen. See, Igbos, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of Nigeria, but Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the solution. It's just the envy and jealousness that's causing all those things. If not, why must a black man in Africa buy the idea of the West? The people the West are using, causing this calamity in our land. The people the West are using, holding Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is it the white people? The answer is no, but it's the black. Why? Why must they accept that evil, that idea? Can a black man go to Westerners' country and use the West against their people? Nothing. But you also see the West using black in the country against the dirty job. Every time they want to do the dirty job in the Western state, they will use black. How about Obama, first gay president? They use him by his own African leader. Gaddafi. How about former president of Burkina Faso? What is his name? I've forgotten his name. They use his own brother to buy him. At what time should we realize that these people are using us? At what time? Like I repeat, the people that are holding Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the oil companies. The oil companies, their various countries, do their demand because they are stealing, because of their game of interest in our land. They don't care about the land. They don't care about the people. They care about the land. They don't care about the people, but they care about the land. And I bet you, the Westerners, they are surviving from resources from Africa, from my own land. This is a fact. I have no apologies to it. All those things you see in the Western world, build, where are they getting resources from? From Africa. Can you imagine? Somebody will come to your land, take your raw material, take your resources, and do what? And give you paper, printed paper. They print the money they give to you. Is it not stupid? Why can't you tell that people, no, this is our resources you are taking. We have to exchange it to what you have. If you have the technology, we have to exchange it with your technology. Why must you allow people to print paper and use it to pay you and take your resources? Stupidness from highest level. Coming of Biafra will change all this. Coming of Biafra will change all this, and they know it. And that's why the Westerners are so scared of the release of Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu. Like I said before, Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu coming out will be a miracle. Before they know Onyendu is out, and they will be asking, how come? What happened? What happened? What happened? Gilime? So, the so-called elite that refuse to talk, they are talking now. They are talking. They are talking. Because Onyendu committed no offense. Onyendu committed no offense. What Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu is asking is let my people go. Is let my people go. This is what Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu is talking about. All the witness they brought against Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu, have anyone be able to establish anything? The answer is no. Any question, all the question asked to them, what's the answer? They don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's why the parties are saying no case submission, because they do not present any facts. And they know Mnk'S Nnamdi Kanu is an innocent man. They know it. So let's go to these Yoruba people. Let's talk about I want them to know that Igbos, Biafrans, we are not their problem. I want them to see the reason why they brought the Buhari. It's a confession.
You know, I know you said you hadn't had access to him in about 10 years, but you were together.
From this elderly state man. I think his name was Dramadi, Yeah, I think, if I'm mistaken, but his name will come up. The man do what? Confess. For me, I say it's a confession that this man do on mainstream media. He told the world the reason why they brought Buhari into politics. He told the world the reason why they brought Buhari into politics. Do you know what he said? Because of a lolly. Because of then OPC is taking over. They are gaining momentum. They want to take it all back. You guys will listen to what this man said. So I want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to know that we are not his problem. Igbos are not his problem. Yoruba should know that we are not their problem. And that's why Awolowo said before he passed on that Yoruba should find a way to work with Igbos before they can achieve their destiny. If the video is there, I have played the video time with that number. Awolowo say it. Remember, Awolowo was the same person that seized our money. Awolowo was the same person that introduced salvation as a weapon of war. But before he passed on, he made this confession. He told them they should find a way to work with Igbos. I want you guys to listen to what this man said.
To him in about 10 years, but you were together for about 15 years before that. Just very briefly, sir, what were the things that kept you guys going in those 15 years of trial and error and, election, campaign, and you kept trying and so forth? Just give me a sense of those days when you had such strong belief and conviction that he needed to ascend to the highest office in the land.
Well, some of us who recruited him into politics had a mission. And I will reveal that mission today. General Buhari came into politics. It wasn't his province. He never liked politicians because he...
His name is Buba Galadima. We all know he's an elderly state man. Buba Galadima. I want you guys to hear his confession.
He believed we are fake. and that we don't mean what we say. But there was an incident that made some of us to recruit him, convince him, and use the other people to convince him to join politics. And even though we had our own agenda, because in 1999 and 2000, the OPC was on rampage in some parts of the country, especially Southwest, and have inconvenienced a lot of people from this part of the country. And to the extent that they mobilized over 500 vehicles to come and invade Ilorin with the sole aim of uprooting what they called Fulani structures in Ilorin. And we felt that was too much. And Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Bola Tinubu, then governor of Lagos, was doing nothing. And some of us felt that those group of people were being encouraged by their leaders in position of authority. So how do we stop that? And I called a meeting in Kaduna at Alhaji Bashir Dalhatu's house in a place called Unguan Kaji, directly opposite the house of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. And some of those we invited included Alhaji Wadanas, Professor Yadudu, Bashir Dalhatu himself, Alhaji Yahya Sulahamma, and a host of others, about 34 of us. And we sat down to reason, how do we save our people from this OPC menace? So we said, I suggested that we have to, because you remove government through only two ways, the bullet of through the barrel of the gun and through the ballot box. And they said it was impossible to challenge General Obasanjo. That was how Buhari came to our mind. And when he was approached, he had a very unkind words for politicians. But since he didn't say he was not doing, we still pursued him. To cut long story short, we achieved our first purpose of putting a brake to what OPC was doing, because immediately Buhari joined partisan politics, and we had a very big outing in Daura to initiate him into politics. The Obasanjo government became restive and was shaken to its bone marrow, and because those were some of his our thinking. So Obasanjo had to really checkmate the OPC. So for that reason, we have achieved our first purpose of bringing General Buhari into partisan politics. So the remaining now is history. They wanted to dismantle, as what is happening across the country now. They wanted to dismantle his platform of ANPP, APC, ANPP.
Unanugia, let me stop it here. Unanugia, I want you to call this area and send to Yorubas. I want to call this area, send it to this Yoruba platform that are yabbing. Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this. The reason why they brought Buhari into partisan politics, is because of the threatening of OPC, that they want to take their land back in Kwara State. And they said no. And according to him, he said they have achieved it. And that's why Onyendu said, Ilori is gone. And that's why Buhari opened the border to welcome what? Fulanis coming in. And that's what a sitting governor then in the north told us that oil in Bayelsa belong to Fulani people, belong to Jigawa state. Igbo man is your problem, right? Igbo man is your problem. You must be a fool. Now, let me take this in out. And we go for a break. When we're back, I have to put on the link. I have to put on the link. And let's listen to Onyendu first before we go on break. I want you guys to listen to Mazi Namdi, what he said.
A governor said, the governor of Bauchi State, we are bringing in Fulanis. We are coming to settle Fulani in Nigeria. He said it, he wasn't hiding. We are coming to settle Fulani in your land, in your villages. Do you know why that is possible? Because you believe in one Nigeria. If you are on your own, nobody can try it. It's called an act of war or invasion. But Fulani is carrying out an act of war and invasion into your territory because you are under one Nigeria. So in other words, they are using Nigeria is providing them a cover to carry out a conquest of an entire, should I say, ethnic nationalities across the zoo. Is it clear to you now? A governor said, the governor of Bauchi State, we are bringing in Fulanis. We are coming to settle Fulani in Nigeria. He said it, he wasn't hiding. We are coming to settle Fulani in your land, in your villages. Do you know why that is possible? Because you believe in one Nigeria. If you are on your own, nobody can try it. It's called an act of war or invasion. But Fulani is carrying out an act of war and invasion into your territory because you are under one Nigeria. So in other words, they are using Nigeria is providing them a cover to carry out a conquest of an entire, should I say, ethnic nationalities across the zoo. Is it clear to you now?
So, you're the boss. Igbo man is your problem, right? Your land is gone. We'll go on break. When we come back, we'll continue where we stop.
Mazindewo, thank you and good evening from here. This is Barrister Ikechukwu Onoha. Mazi, I think what Rebadu is doing is totally, unlawful and illegal and uncalled for. It is called media trial. Seeing the fact that Mazi Namdi Kanu, the case he is facing is, the federal government of Nigeria versus Mazi Namdi Kanu, as the accused person. And it cannot be said that the federal government is going around in the media instead of giving the honorable courts the opportunity and chance to do the needful. They are doing trial by media. It is not allowed. It is unlawful. However, having said that, whatever Ribadu is saying outside the courthouse is immaterial, is irrelevant, and no presiding officer will take that into consideration. The only thing that the presiding officer will take into consideration is what is being said in the court of law, what is being tested. If you present evidence, of course, it needs to be tested. And he who alleges must be able to substantiate that which they are alleging. You cannot just go to the media and say something, and then it will have a bearing in the proceedings. Not at all. That is what we call hearsay. It is a hearsay evidence, and of course cannot be used in a court of law.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Asumesumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. And tribute Mazinamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Yeah, welcome back, welcome back. This is Mazi Zumezumwe. As I welcome you, please welcome others. As you come in, please share the program to your group, to your friends. Invite them is very important. Now, we have our guest, Mazi Christ, is with us here. No, Mazi, you are welcome, sir. No,
Mazi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, Mazi. You are welcome.
Very good.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Mazi, please introduce self so that before we continue, so if you have something to say, please, you can just introduce yourself before we move on. Yeah.
Yes, once again, as usual in this program, my name is Chris Mwago. I am the deputy coordinator in Massachusetts here in the United States. And I welcome everybody. Let us share. And we've been enjoying the program from the beginning from our able host, Mnk'S Mezum, who has always been, giving us, facts. And his review has always been very gameful to everybody. He makes some cases that are unrevealed, very detailed, and we get to know whatever that we need to know. So I welcome everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi, you're welcome. You're
Yes,
welcome.
sir.
Yeah. So our Yoruba brothers, you can see,
Yeah.
Igbo man is not your problem. Mazi Nanikan is not your problem. Biafrans is not your problem. But Biafrans is there even to even protect you, protect others. You can see the reason why the so-called Buhari was brought into politics. Just because of you guys want to take over Ilori back. And Ilori was a Yoruba land. But what's happened? The last time I did a program, a man's hand had been chopped off. A Yoruba man that's a Sharia in the land today. The Igbo man is your problem. What a pity. Let me hand over microphone to Mazi. Mazi, please, deputy. Mazi,
Yes,
take over.
Mazi.
Yeah.
Before I get to make it, me just use this your able platform that is global to express our appreciation to our Almighty God.
Yeah.
I just want to, express my, um, you know, uh, appreciation to Chukwuokike Abiyama for his sustenance, and we Biafrans are united, no matter whatever the news brings to us, because we know that what he's doing, he will do it at the right time. And the only prayer that we have, we jointly in unison, is that he sustains our indomitable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, should grant him peace in his mind and spirit. And, we ask that he surrounds him with protection from the enemy. And we pray also that he continue to grant him wisdom and knowledge, as he always do. So, ekele dịrị Chineke.
You say?
Thank you. Yeah.
You say, Mazi. Yeah.
Yeah, Mazi, what you just talked about with Aina, the Ofe Manu, as is very deep. And little do they know that I think we are more related, they are more related to us than any other tribe, how nature. You know what
That
I'm
is the
saying?
fact.
So
That
I
is the
think
fact,
we
yeah.
are one of their best neighbor, but they didn't realize that. And yet they think that one with their problems, which I want to tell you that from what happened yesterday, Tinubu has the authority to call a spade. But because the issue is that he's not the one in the authority. We may see him as the president, but he's not. He is just a figurehead right there. And if he thinks that Ogeji Nnamdi Kanu to play politics, and that will fail him, he's going to fail woefully. Tinubu little did he know that if he does the right thing today, that guarantees him whatever he wants. I mean, in his second term. But I think he's getting to the end of his time, and any other this thing. If he thinks that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka ọ ga-eji were play political, game, he missed it. Ọ gaghị work there, because the only thing he need to do, if that is what he has in mind, he should have done it yesterday. But they introduced the normal politics of him dancing to the other side or dancing to this other both side. And the consequence of that is that whatever Galadima just revealed to us that happened against Jonathan is the same thing that is going to happen to him. And there are no two ways about it. And that is what is cooking up right now, gradually. So if he thinks he is the Almighty, he get it. He can do everything. He can strive. He can strive. It's not this time. You get it. So the only way it can happen is that if he had done something yesterday, if he had append his signature yesterday, right, fully, because that is what he's supposed to do. But only so that opportunity. And why? Because of Imagwe, the grudge, how much with us over a long time. I don't know. I don't know what is this grudge about. Each one they can't be able to, expatiate on it. You get it? It's just I don't know. It's quite a pity that I now and I got through these problems, and it's obvious. It takes him nothing to ask our leader to go. Nothing. Because this man has done nothing wrong. Everything he said came to pass, which himself is aware. He is aware. They knew all these things since 2017. You get it? And you're punishing our leader because he spoke the truth. Otherwise, what other reason do they have? Just because he spoke the truth. So whatever they're doing now, they are even fighting the God that gave him the knowledge and wisdom. You get it? So they are fighting God. I am just worried that now this will end, will lead him to his doom. So that's the way I see it.
Ndewo
Yes.
Mazi. Ndewo Mazi. No, like you just said, that we are more close to Yorubas. We are more close to them. Even there is a video, maybe okay, Maz, let me look for this video before I say
Yeah.
something. It's very important. Let me look for this video. Let me if I can see this video. We have found just time, just let me see if this video is available here. Yeah, let me see. It's very important that when we say things, we bring a kind of evidence. Just hold on. Maz, only something we need. We just take the microphone. Let me look for this video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this what the Igbo man is going through in Nigeria is quite very historical. It's not new. Everybody is aware of it, and I'm not going to say that it's only God that will solve the problems, but the problems will be solved one day, and the only way to solve this problem is what we're doing to go our own separate ways. I believe that we are going to be a better neighbor to Nigeria than what they are doing now, not letting us to go. And if Tinubu, with his authority in office, could just do the needful and allow us to go peacefully, this has been an ongoing situation. We've had the initial experience, and with the way we are going about it right now should have been the right way with the government giving us a leadway, and by allowing us to go through a referendum, which our leader has been preaching all this while, peacefully, just a referendum. It's only the referendum that we determine if we have to renegotiate or not. You get it? Even if the referendum is for to be one Nigeria, we negotiate it. But it's only a referendum that the outcome of referendum will lead us to a proper way to resolve this problem, which the government is not even ready to do. And why they don't want to do the right thing is the question that people keep asking. Every one of us keep asking. Are you get what I'm saying? The only thing they do is to just connive with the enemies, as the Yorubas are doing right now, to level issues and on. We can see what they are playing around our leader. It's exactly the same thing they are doing to our whole ethnicity. You get it? You bring a lot of charges. Almost several times you change your service, you rename it, you bring in another, you rename it, and it's knocked off. Now again, this is the last stage. He said you do not want to try. Even Omotosho, who claimed that he wants this thing be settled immediately, that this man has spent a long time in jail. Suddenly, he now starts dancing to the tune of, their masters. Very suddenly, he didn't know that they were going to go on a vacation before he put 18th of, that was yesterday. At least if you knew you are going to go on a vacation and you are the one who advocated for speedy trial, which everybody saw is exactly what you are doing. Now you came all of a sudden when the Tinubu representative, Wumole, or what is it called, came and make a submission. And what did you do? You said you postponed it again to almost 3 months for continued detention of Mazen, who never did anything wrong. You get it? And Tinubu came up with all these excuses because of one thing or the other, because he is not the one in charge. Who knows what's going on? I see no reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should still be in detention up to this moment. I don't know any reason why. I don't just know any reason why. So what kind of a country is this Nigeria? What a country is this? Eh? Even though the people who put us together has used this in form of an enterprise, can't we do it right ourselves? Eh? Can't it be right? You get it? Why don't we gradually, peacefully disintegrate this country and go our own peaceful ways? Because there's no relationship at all. Even the Yorubas, I think we should be better related to, have joined force. They are even the one that is major at this time, the way I see it, because Tinubu has brought this problem and he cannot solve it. Yet he wants to still dance to the tune of the enemies. It's quite a pity. Quite a pity that they will do this.
Yeah, Maz, thank you so much. Maz, because he said that even that we are more close to Yorubas than the North. Maz, because I said it before that there is a message that we will pass to Professor Akintole, yeah, that Yoruba should find a way to work with Igbos. Now, I want people to listen, but it's really important. Because it take me too long, I have to go to the internet. Let's listen.
So over to you, Professor Akintoye.
Dedogun has a book, Fatherless People, and there is a small account in it of Zeke returning from America in 1933 with very highly blown ideas of Pan-Africanism, the black man in the world, and so on and so forth. Well, he was vulnerable. He was a poor person, and he wasn't getting the kind of help that he desired. He had applied for jobs to many organizations and many agencies back home in Nigeria, and none of them had given me a job. And he arrived in London on his way back home, and that vulnerability put him in the hands of the colonial authorities. Basically, what happened, the British respected the Yoruba, but they didn't particularly like the kind of black man that the Yoruba were. They didn't like it. Because by the time they came, the Yoruba were already fairly highly educated. They had been producing graduates from the last years of the 1850s. And by the time that the British began to come into Yoruba land in the 1880s, 1890s, there were already very many Yoruba graduates in very many areas of life. And when the British finally became the rulers of Nigeria, I'm jumping over a whole lot of things. They didn't fancy the Yoruba at all. They might be friends with the individual Yoruba people, because the educated people for them to be friends with were mostly Yoruba. But they feared that the Yoruba were going to make the profits of colonialism difficult to achieve in Nigeria. So the British didn't particularly like the Yoruba, and thought that they needed to subdue the interests of the influence of the Yoruba people in Nigeria. And according to the account in the book that I have quoted, Fatherless People, Marjorie Peram, who was a scholar of the colonial establishment, got hold of Nnamdi Azikiwe, took him to meetings with British colonial officials from Nigeria who were at the time in London, and finally arranged a meeting between him and a team of people from the colonial office. And what seemed to have happened in those meetings is that the British wanted to construct the Igbo and the Yoruba as enemies of one another, so that they would not be able to collaborate, because these are the two most powerful people in Nigeria. If the Yoruba and Igbo collaborated, the British thought that that would be the end of all the benefits from their colonial endeavor in Nigeria. And so Azikiwe arrived in Nigeria, the man who had left London with very high-sounding ideas of the black race, the black man, and so on, Pan-Africanism and etc. Arrived in Nigeria, not so much dedicated to those ideals anymore, and so on. But as I said, we, the Yoruba and the Igbo, we allowed ourselves to be pitted against each other. I don't want to tell the story. The story I want to tell is the story of change and the future. We are now at a point in the history of the Yoruba and the Igbo nations when a substantial number of the Igbo and Yoruba people now recognize the following things. One, that because we had chosen to allow ourselves to be used against each other, the Yoruba nation and the Igbo nation allowed themselves to be used against each other in Nigeria, both have now ended up in a position that is only better than slavery in Nigeria. They have lost everything. And now they're just fumbling around in the hands of people who are dedicated to an idea that they must own Nigeria, they must rule Nigeria, they must control Nigeria. And they must make sure that the other peoples of Nigeria do not control their own destiny. That's what Ahmadu Bello said 11 days after independence in 1960, on October 12. The South we treat as conquered territory. We must treat the South as conquered territory and not let them ever rule over us, and never let them control their own future. I had participated in discussions around Chief Awolowo as one of the young intellectuals from Ife, in which we had very definitively decided that the road forward for either the Yoruba or the Igbo is that the two of them must learn to work together. But nothing had come out of those discussions. In 1984, May, after I was released from detention by the military ruler Buhari, Chief Awolowo invited me to Kenya and we spent a whole day together at his house. And I want you to listen to this, let everybody listen to this. Because it's a story that I need to be telling, to be standing on rooftops in Igbo land and Yoruba land and be shouting. We spend the whole day, Chief Awolowo, you know, usually when we meet, it's about Nigeria, and we spend the whole day talking about the prospects, the difficulties.
Now, Biafrans, I want you to listen from this point. Yorubas, I want you guys to listen from this point. Listen.
The plan, and so on and so forth for Nigeria. And then it was time for us to go to dinner about 4:35. And as we stood and went towards the dining table, Chief Awolowo stopped me and held my hand and said, Banji, there is something more I should not forget to tell you. So I stopped and looked at him, and he said, Banji, we Yoruba must find a way to work with Igbo. And he said, Banji, we Yoruba must find a way to work with Igbo. I said, you and Igbo will work together. It's not a question of must now. You and Igbo, he was now talking as if he was prophesying. He had started by saying you and Igbo must work together. But then he upgraded his talk to something like a prophecy. You and Igbo will work together. It is the only way you can be free in the world. It is the only way we can be free in the world. It is the only way we can really achieve what we deserve in the world. You and Igbo will work together. It is the only way you can be free in the world. It is the only way we can be free in the world. It is the only way we can really achieve what we deserve in the world.
So, my Yoruba brethren, this is Maazị Ezumezunwekwensu. When I say something, I like to bring out the fact because of tomorrow. I don't lie. I don't blackmail people. I'll tell you the fact. Remember, it was the same Awolowo that seized our money and gave us 20 pounds. Remember, it was the same Awolowo that introduced salvation as a weapon of war. But before he passed on, he passed this message to Banjo. I can tell you, he's still alive today.
It's alive.
All those people that are against Igbos, I'm just laughing at you guys. He said, before you guys will attain your fullness in the world, you must work with Igbos. That's why I tell Ghanaians, we are not afraid of them. Bring whatever they want to bring, but if they do that, if they should check up, they should look back and watch what's happened to South Africa and what's happened to Nigeria. Just because they fight against us. But we condemn evil, even our own, we condemn it. So this is the message he passed to Professor. He's still alive today. So when Maazị said that we are close to these people, this is the fact. If we don't have much time, I can play another video from one of their kings. What is the king of Ife? Oni of Ife. But we don't. Maybe it will be a story for another day. So, Miles, what do you have to say about this?
Mazi, I'm glad that you're able to dig this from your archive, because this is what you know how to do best. I've not even heard this before until right now. You can see that it's one of their own, one of their respected, elderly man, is conveying the message he got from Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who has also done some wrongs to the Igbos. I think um, he realized that everything he did then was he was only trying to please his masters. But then he was able to convey the right message to Professor. And it's good that they hear it, you replayed it again and again. I have said it, and everybody knew about it. Even themselves knows that we have a little bit of similarity, where there are cultural agreements. Everything, our way of life is almost similar to their own. The only difference is just language. They speak Yoruba, we speak Igbo. But everything we do is almost similar. And when two people that have similar things can collaborate very well together and do exploit, I believe that the collaboration between the Igbo people and the Yorubas can, it can bring some significant benefit to both sides. But unfortunately, they are the one being used against the Igbos. Every time, every year since in Mumura, is the Yorubas that has kept us the way where we are today. What they are doing, the marginalization that is going on today, if you check the history, everything is linked to the Yorubas, who is aiding and abetting. And it continued up to this moment. Nigeria good today is the Yoruba man. Nigeria bad today has always been the Yoruba people. So they are the antagonists to all these problems. I know them. That's where I was born. That's where I grew up. I went to school. I'm not just saying it because I just want to say it. No, we have fine people among them anyway, but these political elites among them are the very, very foolish ones that are creating all these problems today. Look at what Tulumbu would have done yesterday. I come back there. Tulumbu would have proved himself the way he should, because he would have benefited if Nnamdi Kanu is free today. Tulumbu would have benefited. There's no two ways about it. But he missed that opportunity. I don't know when he wants to redeem it anymore. I do not know. Even if he does it, that October is, it's late, except he does anything before October, because he has the power. If anybody is there listening to me right now, Tulumbu has the power to ask Nnamdi Kanu to open up that place and let him go tomorrow. If he keeps it until October 10th, he does it then, he still missed that opportunity. ADC will hammer him. They will do what they did to Jonathan to him. And he doesn't have the temerity. Hejukwenike, Hageji, ihe hụrụ ha na-eti mkpu na ogurutu ugbu a ha gbawa ọsọ, because they will think about they want to have all their body. They don't want anything, no bruises, so that they can go to party tomorrow. Oh, ndị ofe mmanụ nke a. They can't stand it. They cannot stand it. So, Tulumbu, if you're hearing us, you have the opportunity between now, before October, to allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. He's an innocent guy. Allow justice to reign in Nigeria. The reason why you rig yourself into where that position you are, if you want to make it the way it should, as you have always been trying to do, allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. Allow him to go. You still have the opportunity to do that immediately. Thank you.
Mazi Ndewo Mazi. No, because you did justice to this topic. And the fact we maintain it. I will always say it. Just like you said, that Tinubu is not is not in charge of Nigeria. He's just an arrowhead. And that's why I say, why must we Africans, blacks, allow ourselves to be used by these Westerners? Why? Okay, look at the way now. Every time he went to Spain, every time he's with Spain. These people, they are so afraid that if Onyendu is out, and with what is also happening in Burkina Faso and team up with Mazin and Kano, their own is finished. And I say it without apology. These Westerners, they are sustaining from what coming from Africa. This is the fact. And that is why they don't want us to be free. But you know what? It will be like a miracle. The way Onyendu, I have a strong belief that before October 10, Onyendu will be out. I have a strong belief that before October 10, Onyendu, our supreme leader, Madnakan, will be out. They can't hold him anymore. You can see even the politicians in Southeast that are not saying anything, they are beginning to say something. You can see the comment from Ngige telling you that Mazin Nandekan is important. It's the importance of Mazin Nandekan in Southeast. He said it. What crimes is Onyendu committed? Just allow my people to go. Give us date of the referendum. Let's decide if we want to belong to Nigeria or not. Is there a crime? The same thing UK did and pull out from EU. Hmm? So now there is something I want to say again because we saw Mazi, that maybe the network, Biafrans, this Mazi is we saw a post from the Vice Council Barrister Aloy Edmarco about our people, Biafrans that are being discharged from Ebony prison, and it was uh, 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 a kind of like IPOB in Canada, you know. So he made that post and the contribution they made. So, but I was the kind of all those this case in Ebony State, right from us and right from time we know that is the SAC lawyer Ifeanyi Ejiofor is in charge of that case. But like I told you guys that we don't know it all. We don't know it all. IPOB Ebuka. So I like Malcolm made that post. I think let's go to his S handle. It's very important. I will go to his Facebook. Let's see. I want you guys to see the post I'm talking about. Yeah. This is the post I'm talking about. You can see when the Vice Council. Okay, Maz, you are back. He said your network kick you out.
Is it my network or your own?
No, I think it's your network.
You kidding me? I had to
Yeah.
come out from your side, oh
No,
my
no, no,
God.
no, 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 no.
Oh
No.
God.
So, Biafra, this is the post I'm talking about from our Vice Council, Aloy Ejimako. When he made this post, no, yeah, I'm coming. Let me see if I can wide it. Yeah, okay, this much I can go. So when he make this post, the Vice Council, he said unforeseen hand. He said earlier today in Ebony State High Court, discharged and acquitted 24 detained being held tried over the Biafran and self determination. So he said, and the line you can say unforeseen hands, and he mentioned IPOB, in Canada. So I was a kind of why, but I thought this issue that it was the SAC lawyer is in charge of this issue. So I said okay, but guess what? we now saw a video again. So no, to vindicate what the White Council just posted. We saw this video. We saw this video from one of the detainees. His statement from
I
him.
am making
Let's
this
listen to him.
video on my behalf and that of my fellow 22 inmates that was discharged and acquitted by Ebonyi State High Court on the 17th of July 2025. We thank all barristers that work with Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor on our cases, and we also thank the IPOB, Ontario Community Association, Canada, under the leadership of Mazi Chinwakweze Onyaka, who channeled their help in winning the case through Barrister Aloy Ejimako and provided us with a lot of welfare. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama guides and protect them in all they do in life. He said.
So, Biafrans, for those of you that are attacking Aloy Ejimako about this post, what do you have to say now? This is one of the detained. You can hear what he said. And you hear the name he mentioned. He also mentioned Aloy Ejimako. Also mentioned the IPOB in Canada. Just exactly what Aloy, the White Council, tweeted. So, what I'm trying to say to we IPO, to Biafrans, to IPOB members, what you don't know, try to, just have patience and ask questions than going straight ahead, starting attack. Because when I saw it, I said, I just laughed. It's okay. There must be something until this video now came up. So, Biafrans, ka anyị jide ọfọ. Ị na-ekwu, make sure ị na-ekwu. If you mala, keep your mouth shut. Don't say what you don't know. Okay, look at this video now. Those of you that are attacking the White Council, what you have to say now? It's one of them that were released. So, Mazi, any comment when we put this in, because we have to wind down.
Yeah, this Wise Council or Jumako here.
Yes, Ejimako, yes. Yeah, but
That is his handle, eh? Oh, okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay, Imana, no kwano onye ọbụla nwekwe no space nke ya nwekwe is our own strength. What I was saw.
Yeah.
The only problem I want in IPOB is that because we are not bringing this our strength together to work as a team. What I want is individualistic. You know what I mean? So assuming that allow Onyobula to introduce, to bring in his own strength, I think here together, I get a very formidable team, It doesn't mean because he is not doing good here, does not mean that all the entirely bad. Okay, little did we know that he has also been pursuing the cases of IPOB members, detention here and there, And this is an evidence to show one of the work that is doing. I know that we collaborate with IPOB Canada and then facilitate make sure that the underneath financial applications they possible through to him. Oji will not run around this, but we should also give credit to anybody that deserve that credit, So this is it's also an evidence as you have just shown it right now. It's not a child's play. These are people non detention getting to over 4 years. You know what I mean? And these are very innocent people, So if for 4 years he has been going through all this back and front to make sure that they are out today. Although one of the obvious reasons I can tell you about those 24 released is a kind of compensation. The federal government is involved. You know what I'm saying? These are part of what they planned yesterday. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not only a coincidence. This is something that they collaborated. They use it to say, oh, we are losing 24, but we have to keep our own main leader to be there, until when the Omotosho come back from holiday. So these are orchestrated, you know what I mean? But we should also give credit to whom that deserves it. Oh, Otumoriki Shedoya.
Yeah. Ndewo
Yeah.
Mazi. Ndewo
Yeah.
Mazi. No? So, Biafrans, IPOB head of finance came on air yesterday, and just because of the blackmail from Jonathan Chinedu, and our head of finance decided not to keep quiet anymore, to say the way it is, to expose it. And what he said yesterday was exactly the woman that I called. What the woman explained. That was exactly what IPO head of finance just said. I think it will be a program for another day, because we have to wind down now. Today, like I said, I told Chance and Wuru, because he put a challenge to us. So anybody that know that or have evidence that they have disobeyed Onyendu now, that person should do what? Should prove it. And today, I was meant to understand he will be on air today. So I'm going to call. So Chinas and Wankita, Mazes, I'm going to call your I'm going to call in your program today, because I have a lot of evidence that you disobeyed Onyendu Mazina and Kanu, you and Chika Pole Doziem. So be man enough to ask my question. That is it. This is not 2021. So I will call on your program tonight. So when anything we equal. So
Mazi, if I'm
yeah,
going to Ayokuchana because
okay, yeah,
your platform of the Ebane Kwezioku, what I was
yeah, yeah.
and that's why I respect you, for doing this, and I am now Ikipoya just the way, because that's your brand name. So never allowed anybody to, drag you to the mud. Stand firm. Be be very firm in what you are doing. I give you and I doff my cap for you because in with the right thing. And the why I respect you more is that even anybody that does anything good, undermining maybe a quarter channel, but for one good thing that person doing, I like in your credit at that particular moment. And that's why I want to follow suit with you. Thank you. Ngwana?
So therefore, on this
Okay.
note, on this junction, we call it a day as no ya foto like afọ echi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ndụ
Okay.
nwoke, ndụ
Bye bye.
nwaanyị. Bye
Bye bye.
bye, yeah, ndụ nwoke, ndụ nwaanyị. Mmiri ata na azụ anwụ na. Onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọ ya dị ka echi, n'echi adịghị agwụ agwụ. Ọ bịara egbu ya egbu onwe ya. Onye fụrụ ya lotu emeli nwe ya, iwe emeli nwe ya ya eme ya. Onye ndo ijego ojelu, ọ ya anatalu. Ana m asụ unu, ndewo unu. Bye bye, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, man.
If you are living in the US and you know that our regional coordinator Mazin Didiawurun went to see our leader few months back, and when he came back with a request from our leader Mazin Nandekanu, and Mazin Nandekanu requested that he needs 100 men and women from the United States, not from Ghana, not from Togo, not from Canada, not from any other place, but from the United States. 100 men and women that is capable of doing the needful. The needful we mean is if he needs, because all this lawyer, one way or the other, you have to, show appreciation. No, you have to show appreciation for coming, even if they are not. Some of them are not collecting any payment. you still need to show appreciation. Obro mmadụ gbalụ moto ya bịa isi ya ịgbabịa aka oyali itinye phone na moto ya wee na-abịa. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has requested for that, and you can reach Mazi Didi or reach me or reach Mazi Izmezu. He will always get in touch with us. Ndewo. I will leave it here, Mazi. Ndewo.
Yeah. Ndewo, Mazi. I think this message is specifically for United States of America. And please, you guys can look down and see the number. The number is on screen. No, please. The number is on screen. Call the number.
And it's a WhatsApp number.
Only people that WhatsApp number is only on WhatsApp. Only people in America. This message is only people in America. Please. The number is on screen. You can see the number. It will come. It will come now. Call the number and get in touch.
And don't say we did not tell you, because now our leader needs you. It is right for you to do the needful. So once you contact us, we tell you what to do, or send you the link and you come in. I mean, it's as simple as that. Deo.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. A tribute, Maz Nnamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and the song does not capture all aspects. Let us